He wasn't just a TV host with a cardigan and sneakers. Fred Rogers was a quiet revolutionary who forever changed children's television. For decades, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood brought comfort, warmth, and wisdom into American homes. But behind the gentle smile and soft voice was a man full of surprises. These are the little-known facts about Mr. Rogers that even his biggest fans might not know. Let's start with the basics. Fred Rogers wasn't just a star of his show. He created it, wrote the scripts, composed the music, and even voiced many of the puppets. That's right, King Friday 13, Daniel Tiger, XDL, all Rogers. In a world of loud, fast-paced kids' TV, Fred believed in slowing things down. And everything from his deliberate speech to the long pauses was intentional to give kids space to think and feel. And speaking of intention, did you know Mr. Rogers always changed into a cardigan and sneakers for a reason? It wasn't just his signature look. The sweater made him approachable, like a favorite grandparent, and the sneakers were worn because they made less noise on set. Every detail had a purpose, and every gesture was about making children feel safe. But behind that gentle demeanor was a deeply passionate man. Fred Rogers was an ordained Presbyterian minister, and while he rarely mentioned religion on his show, his values of kindness, empathy, and acceptance were rooted in his faith. He believed every child was special not because of what they did, but simply because they were. And he reminded us of that every single day. Here's another surprising fact. Mr. Rogers once saved public television. In 1969, when funding for PBS was on the chopping block, Rogers testified before the U.S. Senate. Instead of delivering charts or stats, he spoke from the heart. His calm, sincere defense of children's emotional needs was so powerful. It brought a hardened senator to tears and secured $20 million in funding. That's the power of kindness. And despite rumors over the years that Mr. Rogers was some kind of Navy SEAL or a military sniper, let's set the record straight. He never served in the military. The rumors, while bizarrely persistent, were false. The real Fred Rogers was even more impressive. He fought for children's hearts and minds in a far gentler battlefield. Rogers also had an incredible routine. Every morning, he swam laps, weighed himself, always aiming for exactly 143 pounds, a number he associated with "I love you." 1 letter, 4 letters, 3 letters, and spent time in silence or prayer. His days were as calm and structured as his show. One of his most memorable episodes came in 1969, when Mr. Rogers invited Officer Clemens, played by African-American actor Francois Clemens, to share a kiddie pool and wash their feet together. It was a quiet but powerful message against racial segregation at a time when Black Americans were being banned from public pools. Rogers never preached, but his actions spoke volumes. And here's something that might just make your heart swell. Fred Rogers responded to every fan letter. Thousands came in each year, and he answered them personally. He believed that if a child or even an adult took the time to reach out, they deserved to be heard. Mr. Rogers didn't just teach us how to tie our shoes or be a good neighbor. He showed us how to listen, how to care, and how to see value in ourselves and others. In a world full of noise, he whispered kindness, and we're still listening. So the next time you hear his signature tune, "Won't You Be My Neighbor?" remember, you're not just hearing a theme song. You're hearing a gentle call to live with compassion, patience, and love. And maybe that's exactly what we need now more than ever.